have to help us. Before we lose it, my princess, please.
You believe I have the power?
Yes.
How do you mean?
Your father is the king. All we're asking is that you get him to make a decree that prevents parents from interfering with their children's marriages, at least to a certain degree.
Exactly, my princess. We are speaking from experience. In fact, from my own point of view, parents shouldn't be imposing spouses on their daughters. We ladies must be allowed to make our own choices. Please.
On a very serious note, this has become a big issue in our land. A serious one. Especially for us the maidens. The fastest way to kill a maiden is by forcing her into marrying a man she does not love.
My princess, you're a maiden like us. If you can get your father to make this declaration, you will also benefit from it.
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Chukwokike has made everything beautiful for us. Just that most times, we focus on the wrong things instead of the right ones.
You're speaking in parables, my princess. Can you at least make things clear to us?
Do not worry, Ijema. For in due time, the gods will make everything clear to you.
Me?
Yes. You.
I am lost. I do not understand.
All I have to say is that a maiden's father is like a deity to her and must be allowed to have that deity figure over his child. For what he sees seated, you will not be able to see it even if someone shows it to you.
Are you saying you're not going to grant our request?
Listen, you might be exempted from all this because of your status in the society. But we the commoners are going through moments of agony. Please, get your father to make this declaration. Even if you do not support it, for our sakes, do it.
That will not be necessary, Ijema. For in truth, parents must be allowed to parent their children. All I have to say is that a maiden's father is like a deity to her and must be allowed to have that deity figure over his child. For what he sees seated, you will never be able to see it even if someone shows it to you.
I'm happy that once again my eyes behold the sacred cowrie. Our kingdom will continue to obtain favor from the gods. It is still the same as it has been from the days of old. Hold it as if you are holding kola nuts and ask the gods and ancestors for anything. It will be granted to you.
Thanks for your ministration, Ezenwai. I appreciate your coming. I should continue to serve as the priestess of this land. the gods and the ancestors of this kingdom will make your loads lighter. Luck will always shine on you in everything you do.
Your Highness, the first rain of the year has come and gone, which means it's time for the farmers of Umedili Kingdom to start tilling the ground, as it has now become the norm in our land. Considering the blessings that come with it, we have come to ask you to lead us in prayer on the sacred cowrie in blessing our land, so that we can have successful farming season and fruitful harvest.
I understand what you are saying. The importance of the prayer on the sacred cowrie. We have seen the good and we have equally seen the bad.
Exactly.
Good in the sense that we have seen how good our harvest will always turn out to be when we pray on the sacred cowrie. And how bad, how poor it will always be when we ignore making the prayer. I am sorry that I wasn't the one that called for this. Reason being that my queen is not feeling fine. I would have loved her to be part of the prayers. But now that you are here with this request, I think the ideal thing for me to do is to go and bring the sacred cowrie so that we can make the prayers without the queen.
We are sorry, please, Your Majesty. We are sorry to hear this. Since Owadefe is attending to her, she will be fine.
Just give me a few minutes. I'll be back in a second.
What? Where could it be?
Mordecai, needless to tell you why I summoned you here. I believe you have heard the news making the rounds. Tell me, who is that beast that had the guts to steal the sacred cowrie from the box of the gods? Who?
Your Majesty, all is well.
I beg your pardon? No, is this supposed to be an insult? How can you say this? The sacred cowrie is an instrument of the ancestors, handed down to us by our forefathers from generation to generation. As we speak, it remains the highest weapon any man can wage against his enemy. For any man who wears the sacred cowrie is in direct contact with the gods, and he knows exactly what his enemies are planning, even the move they are about to make. Umedili Kingdom has come to command not just the respect, but even the fear of other kingdoms around us. Do you know why? Because we remain the only land in Olunibo that has the sacred cowrie. Now the sacred cowrie has gone missing in my land, and you sit here before me to tell me that all is well?
Onyeze, what happened is natural. It happens once in a while. Agreed. Your father did not tell you because it did not happen during his reign. But count yourself a lucky king that it happened during your reign.
Marikana, I am losing my patience with you. How can I count myself a lucky king when the sacred cowrie is missing under my reign? What kind of luck is that?
The gods have withdrawn the sacred cowrie for fortification. Yes, Your Majesty. This is a sacred process. And this process is good for you.
Marikana, I have 2 questions for you. Number 1, when will I get the sacred cowrie back? Number 2, why didn't they warn me about this all-important process of fortification before withdrawing the sacred cowrie from the purse of the gods? Why?
Ugezu, I can only plead with you. Do not question the gods. The ways of the gods are not the ways of men. As for how the cowrie will return, a special child will be born in Umedili. That child will come out of his or her mother's womb with the sacred cowrie strapped on his or her hand. Your Majesty, that child shall be the messenger of the gods. If a male, he will not be initiated into the masquerade court of Umedili because he is already the spiritual head of the masquerade from birth.
Okay. So, what happens if the child is a female?
If a female? Your Majesty, if a female, she will become a special daughter of the kingdom who can summon the king, and the king must answer her. This woman can make decisions for the whole kingdom without consulting anybody. And whatever decision she makes stands. Ugezu, I want you to listen carefully to what I am about to tell you, because this is the climax of it all.
I'm listening.
The sacred cowrie is going to be on a mission when it returns. A mission to restore sanity in a land that is joined with ours in the spirit. Whoever is born with the sacred cowrie must be with it always. Your Majesty, the sacred cowrie will return to the box of the gods when its mission is completed. And the person, when he finally decides to take a wife or become a wife.
So, what you are saying to me directly is that the sacred cowrie will be allowed to remain in the custody of the person?
Ugezu, the sacred cowrie must be left with the child the way it is when the child was born. It must always be with the person. It will continue to grow with the child. Ugezu, everything will become clearer to you as the years unfold.
Your Highness, I heard the town crier. Is there a problem? Why have we summoned all the pregnant women and their families?
Ishia, the gods have revealed how the missing sacred cowrie will be recovered. That is why I sent for everyone.
Okay. It sounds so interesting, Your Highness. How will it be recovered?
The gods have revealed, after my inquiries, that a special child is coming into this kingdom. That child is going to come with the sacred cowrie, because he or she will be born with it.
Your Highness, this is more complicated. How will a child be born with a cowrie?
It may sound impossible, but that is the verdict of the gods. And we all have a duty to ensure that any woman in this kingdom who bears a child with a sacred cowrie must bring words to this palace immediately. That child is a special child and must be welcomed by everybody in our middle kingdom.
Your Highness, honestly, this is confusing.
The more reason I asked the town crier to go around the town and announce. Because I want every pregnant woman in this kingdom.
Yes.
The husbands of the pregnant women, even their family members. In fact, I want everyone to be present as I make the announcement.
Okay.
Well, whoever bears that child that comes with the sacred cowrie must report immediately. And this must not be taken for granted. That child is a messenger of the gods, whether male or female. And whatever family that he or she comes from will be promoted in this kingdom to be one of the frontline families of the land. Indeed, the ways of the gods are not the ways of men. I was prepared to elevate that family to one of the leading families of this kingdom. And then, the special side comes from my family. My daughter has the power to make decisions for this kingdom. Decisions that nobody must disobey. But she has elected not to use her power. I owe everything to the gods for giving me such a special child. I can't wait for the day she will be married so I could retrieve the sacred cowrie from her. Your friends are gone now, I suppose.
Yes, they have. Why were you eavesdropping, Father?
You knew?
You thought I wouldn't know? You temporarily forgot yourself at that time, I suppose.
You see, you are that special one, and you have the right to give anything, any interpretation you like. I so much felt happy with what I heard. I mean what you were telling your friends. You proved one more time that you are that gift of the gods to me. And here and now, I am asking you to make a request. Ask me anything you want me to do, and I swear on the staff of the kings that I will do it for you.
Thank you very much, Father, but you don't need to do that. You don't owe me nothing. You are my father. I'm only a servant of the gods.
I agree. But you must have to understand you are Princess Ifedisha of our Umedele kingdom. You deserve the best, my dear.
Father, being your daughter is the best thing that has ever happened to me. I am fulfilled.
Are you aware that had it been you asked me to make that decree,
You would have done it without any hesitation? But then again, I stand by the truth. I will never use my position to goad you into doing something that is not right.
your wisdom is of the gods. And I praise the gods for giving you such wisdom. Yeah.
Father, I made something very delicious for lunch. Just for you and me. And I want you to come with me.
What did you prepare?
It's a surprise.
Okay. After you. $30 bags of money is a whole lot of money. Shh.
lower your voice. I called all of us here because I want us to discuss privately. Not to shout.
Wait a minute. Your Highness, are you saying that men of Enugu Olona are prepared to offer us a staggering sum of 30 bags of money just to get part of our river?
Exactly. That is what His Highness has just said.
Wow.
30 bags of money is a whole lot of money.
In Igbo land, death is seen as the physical separation of the living from the dead. We believe that death is just a transition into the spirit world, which is in a continuous relationship with the physical world. But we always ensure that the relationship between the physical and the spiritual world remains cordial for our loved ones when they pass.
Ezalusi, I am a man of this land and I know our traditions.
If you knew them, Jidofo, why have you refused to buy the cow for the transition funeral rite of your late father? Why call yourself a man of my land and you still allow the spirit of your buried father to continue hovering around?
Ezalusi, it is not as if I don't want to do this right. My problem is that I don't have money. But please, I promise that as soon as I sell enough baskets to afford the cow, I will do it. Please.
Jidofo, I came personally to tell you that the spirit of your late father is becoming restless. You need to buy that cow as soon as possible. This is for your own good. Your late father's spirit needs to join his ancestors so as to make ways for you.
Your Highness, I know what my share of that money will do for me. You have my support.
30 bags of money indeed is a huge sum of money. But then, should we be selling off the one free gift of nature Chukwu Abiyama gave Okunago kingdom? Come to think of it, people of Enugu Olona have been coming here to fish and we've never asked them to leave. Why should they now want to finally buy off the river and bar us from coming to fish from our own river? I don't think the suggestion is good.
My brother, somehow you are right. But then, 30 bags of money can do a lot for this kingdom.
Yes.
You can say that again.
And you have my support on that. Money is indeed powerful.
Yes.
Now, if not, why would the people of Enugu Onona summon enough courage to visit our land and make such an offer? Egodunogu, whether the people of Enugu Olona wants or needs the entire river or part of it, I don't care. Ever since we have that river, What have we gained from it? Apart from the small fishes that we get for soup that is not even enough for our families. Is that what we want as men? This is our opportunity to make good money from our river. And we are not going to miss that opportunity. We are collecting that money, and that is final.
Well, I called us because you all occupy different positions of authority in this land. I have done my duty by informing you. It's up to you to make sure money enters Opunago.
Well,
I will be on my way.
Thank you, Your Highness. You are indeed sent by the gods. Thank you for the useful information.
You are most welcome. We have a king, quite right. But I see all of you as stakeholders of this land. Let us do what is right. Money is important. Oh, yes. Ego dem.
I am not going to bother myself with whatever interpretation anybody wants to give to this. As far as I am concerned, this is a huge achievement, and I am going to celebrate it, especially with my one and only Ego Ibo.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
You and women. Today is Amaka. Tomorrow it's Ego Ibo. Yes, that reminds me. What happens to Ego Ibo's sister that you promised me?
How you are?
Seriously, you have to do something about it.
All right.
I am not in support of this. And believe me, this will not end well.
What part of it will not end well? Is it the part where our kingdom becomes one of the rich kingdoms around, or the part that you start to benefit from it all? Ego Dinogu, I am beginning to misunderstand your motives. Where exactly are you headed?
Have you tried to overlook the monetary part and give it a thought? Don't you think that Prince Akom would be a fool to give these people the whole river and bar us from coming to fish from our own river? If I come to think of it, Prince Akom is a fool for even suggesting to sell off the whole river.
Why are you calling him a fool? Why? Look at me. Since my father died, I have not been able to afford enough money to buy the cow for his final transition rites. The other day, Ezalosi visited me and said that my late father's spirit will soon begin to haunt me because of that. That cow can be bought with less than 1 bag of money, of which you and I know that if the people of Enugu Olona pay for that river, that we stand the chance to benefit from it. At least there is no way I will not get 2 bags of money from it.
I understand your plight, my friend. But then, are we going to watch another kingdom take what rightfully belongs to us because of money? There is one thing I know. The gods are just. If you don't have money to purchase a cow for your father's funeral rite, they will help you. They will stand by you.
Egodunu, do you know how many times I have been having sleepless nights because of that cow? If the gods are just, like you said, why didn't they provide the money long time ago? As a matter of fact, why did they even allow my father die? Listen to me. That business is my only hope, and anyone who stands in my way, I will put him down. He who has ear, let him hear.
This is not right. This is not right at all. Have you ever heard that a kingdom sold her river? Where? I cannot sit back and watch this happen. An elder does not sit at home and watch a pregnant goat deliver a tita.
And who is the elder? You? Please do not provoke me to further arguments.
They are illegal.
100 bags of what?
Your Highness, that is exactly what they are demanding.
How? I mean, how?
Your Highness, according to the Prince Akum, Igwe Ibekwe has accepted our request, but insisting that he cannot give out the river for a mere 50 bags of money. That the river is worth more than the 50 bags. Now if we want to have a total and unlimited access to the river, we must pay 100 bags of money.
Are they aware? I mean, is he aware that this request is coming from me directly?
No, Your Highness, not yet.
We decided not to reveal the buyer for us to have a better bargain.
The gods are very specific this time. Whatever you do, Father, do not take advantage of anyone. Else, it wouldn't be a success. No one must lose for you to gain, Father. No one.
Well, elders, you will do me one favor. You will go back to Obunagun and let them understand that I am not interested in the entire river. In fact, it is inconceivable for anybody to even think a thing like that. Let them understand that I am only interested in a portion of the river. The portion that I intend to secure with giant nets, where I will keep the fishes that I will feed in a special way for them to grow giant for commercial purposes. The people of the land can continue to fish in their water, but outside the secured area, if you are able to go back to them and give them this explanation, I am sure Igwe Ibekwe will realize that 50 bags of money that I have offered is just very good for that request.
Your Highness, are you sure this is what you want?
I am very sure. In fact, there is no way anybody will ask the people not to fish in their river. Asking for such is calling for trouble. I am not a troublemaker.
We'll do what you said and get back to you.
Ijema, call yourself to order and ask yourself some key questions. Why have you refused to listen to the voice of reason?
Voice of reason, you say, Papa. So marrying Obiekune is listening to the voice of reason. Marrying him means doing the right thing. And let me ask, if I do not marry him, the sky will fall, right? If I do not marry Obiekune, will Umedili be wiped away from the face of the earth? I am asking you, Papa. Tell me the truth. What is the deal with Obiekune? Why are you so obsessed with him?
You are my daughter, Ijema. Whatever I do or ask you to do is for your own good. Listen, let me tell you. One does not know the value of what he has until he loses it.
Papa, not in this one. Not in this one. Leave me alone. Not in this one. What have I done to you? Tell me, what did I do to you? I told you that I don't want to marry you. Yet you went and met with my father. On what grounds? To achieve what?
Ijema, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean to cause you any trouble. See, I thought I was doing the right thing by going to your father to... I did that because that is the only way I can show you how much I love you. I didn't mean to hurt you, please. I am sorry. Forgive me.
Don't you think it's rather too late? Yes, the harm has been done already. As a matter of fact, you have succeeded in taking away my peace of mind in my own father's house. Now my father thinks that you're the only young man in this village that any woman should get married to.
Ijema, seriously, I do not know what to say.
You don't need to say anything, Obiekunye. You don't need to say anything. Now let me tell you. Go to my father and call off whatever it is you have in my father. because I will not and I will never marry you. Even if you don't want to do it for anything, do it for my peace of mind. Give me back my peace in my father's house. I will not come here and warn you again. If you let me come back here, you will not like what I will do. I mean it! If you let me come back here again, you will not like what I will do to you.
Young man.
Your Highness.
Are you sure of what you are saying?
Your Highness, I'm a nobleman of Obunagu Kingdom. I know what it means to lie to a man that bears the caduceus of our ancestors.
Really? So if I ask you to swear on the caduceus of our ancestors that my brother is planning to betray his people by selling off their river to another kingdom, you would be able to swear on the caduceus?
Your Highness, I swear by the gods, and I speak nothing but the truth. As I speak to you right now, your brother has made a tempting offer to some jobless men of this land, and I believe they may revolt against you.
What? Revolt against me?
Your Highness, I am sorry to be the bearer of such heart-wrenching news.
Young man.
Your Highness.
What family are you from in this kingdom?
I hail from the family of Ibuamaka in Obieze village.
And who is your father?
My father was the great Emenike in Obunagu Kingdom.
Did you say was?
Yes. He died last year.
I see. I'm so sorry about that.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Ego Dinogo.
Your Highness.
Do you remember that personal bodyguard of mine that died during the last famine season?
Yes, you mean the one that fell from palm tree in Obuland. We call him the king's right-hand man.
Exactly. I have not been able to replace him because I have not found any worthy of that position. But now I think I've seen one.
Now?
Stand up. This is the ancient caduceus of our ancestors. Hold this end and repeat after me. Repeat after me. Repeat after me. Just as I have demonstrated before the king.
Just as I have demonstrated before the king.
I swear by the ancient caduceus of our ancestors.
I swear by the ancient caduceus of our ancestors.
That I would make the interest of this kingdom a priority at all times.
That I will make the interests of this kingdom a priority at all times.
I swear. I swear.
I swear.
That on no account will I betray this kingdom and the king.
That on no account will I betray this kingdom and the king.
Ego Dinogu.
My king.
You have just proven to be a noble man of this kingdom. A man who stands for nothing other than what is right. And a man like that is no other than the king's right-hand man.
Greetings, my friends.
Your friends?
Greetings, Princess Dikeh.
My friends, for every moment you remain angry, you give up a sizable chunk of your peace of mind. I have come all the way just to apologize. I am sorry. Please, do not push me away.
I guess you're here to grant our request.
Holding on to anger is like grasping a piece of hot coal with the intent of throwing it at another. You are the one who will get burnt.
So let me guess. You're here to tell us to forget that we ever made any request and pretend to be friends again. Okwaya?
A man cannot eat anger for breakfast and sleep with it at night without suffering damage to his soul.
In other words, we don't have right to be angry at you, Okwaya.
I never said so. You have every right to be angry. That is why I have come to say I am sorry. Forgive me, my friends. This friendship means a whole lot to me. Please.
Ife Dikeh, you should have thought of that before turning down our request.
My friends, you seem to forget that I am a servant of the gods. Take a good look at me. Look beyond the regalia you see, and you will understand that I do not have a life of my own. I don't. There are certain decisions I cannot take. Please, do not move away from me because of this. It's not worth it. Please.
Sit.
What? Thank you very much. Does that mean forgiven?
It simply means that we are not ready to throw our friendship away.
Yes.
Ijema, just be calm. Very soon, you will understand the reason for all this. You're one lucky woman, you know.
If I ask you to explain what you just said...
Don't even ask, because you will not understand.
I am not surprised.
Ijema, let her be.
Okay.
Let bygone be bygone.
My friends, always remember that love is better than anger. Hope is better than fear. Optimism is better than despair. So let's be loving, hopeful, and optimistic. Then we will rule the world.
Ife Dikeh, you know something? My love for you would have died a long time ago, if not for your way with words.
Exactly.
We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. For the one who is devoid of the power to forgive is also devoid of the power to love. There is an element of good in the worst of us, and some bad in the best of us. Once we understand this, we will be less prone to hating our enemies.
Strong words, I must say.
Just so you know, you're not my enemy. So take notes.
Thank you. Now I'm fully forgiven.
Well, we are getting there.
That is very good. That reminds me. Ever since I got here, I've been itching to tell you something.
What is it?
I met a young man on my way here. He captured every bit of my attention with his choice of words.
Who? He did?
Yeah.
Who?
Why are you sounding like a broken drum? You mean one man was able to overpower 3 able-bodied young men of my land? And you expect me to believe that?
Your Highness, this has nothing to do with overpowering us. I'm suspecting that there's something behind it. Your Highness, as we speak, Obiefuna and Jidofo are in critical condition. I am here because I ran for my life. I have never seen anything like that.
I can't believe this. Chidadi, did I hear you say you ran?
Your Highness, I am not ashamed to say it. Considering the condition I found myself, there was nothing I could do, Your Highness.
You had the opportunity to bring down the most foolish man in Opunago. And you are here telling me that you ran. Chidadi, what kind of a man are you? Tell me, what kind of a man are you? Oh, gods of my land.
Your Highness, if you were there, you wouldn't have been able to withstand him. I had to run for my life, Your Highness.
Chidadi, pray! Pray that we find another lasting solution to this soon. If not, do not destroy all I have worked for.
Your Highness! Your Highness! Your Highness!
Who are you? And what's the meaning of this?
Your life is in danger.
What? What's the meaning of this? Listen, woman. You can't just walk in here and do what you just did and walk out without a reasonable explanation. This is the palace of Obunago Kingdom. How did you get in here? And who are you?
I know you believe in the existence of Moma Nkechukwu, the guardian angel. You can call me one.
What is the meaning of this? Mama Nkechukwu, the guardian angel. What could this be?
Onu kube onu, onu kalimuka onu, onu kube nwannem, zikomonye buchi bebe, onu waoi.
My name, as you've already known, is Ifeonyemeta Obulu. The blind eyes that sees even in the dark. The erosion that carries away the altar of peace. The evil egg that broke the stone of unity. I remain the only one that says no when others have said yes. I am not only seeing your brother, but I am equally seeing a young man.
Hey, Ifeonyemeta, I am happy that you are saying something. I know solution will come from this altar.
What do you want from my altar?
Ifeonyemeta, What we are talking about here is war, and I need to win. My brother thinks he can control everything in the kingdom. He thinks he can take decisions that are unfavorable to others. He thinks he can deny me of my right to be rich. Ibekwe is beginning to stand on my way. Look at me. Is this how I'm supposed to be? If I am counted among the wealthy men in this kingdom, will our river dry up? I came here because there's something you can do.
That is why I ask you what you want from my altar. There is something about the young man your brother recently made his right-hand man, from what I can see. You cannot get to the king without passing through that young man. So I suggest you go back and get him off the way.
If you metalo. I have tried to put him in his rightful place, but all to no avail. To me, Ego Dinogu is a riffraff, and I have decided to leave him and go straight for the king.
Let me break it down for you, Prince Akom. I said, you cannot get to the king without passing through that young man. There is a connection of deep protection, and the cord is mighty.
And what exactly do you mean?
The only option left is for you to go back and get rid of him. Asking him to leave, as you've done already, can never work out until he is made to leave. Are you ready to kill Ego Dinogu?
A life that has brought me nothing but frustration. I am ready.
In the bag of a medicine man. Wait for me. Chokolum Kambia. Onu kube onu. Onu kalimuka onu. Onu kube onu. Ziko monye budi bebe. Onu wao. Even neme onu. Agu neme onu. Kali monye buchi bebe. Onu wao. Ogodo mwenya toli nambala.
Those that suspended peace from my eyes have no right to be in peace. When I decide to sell anything, nobody can stand on my way. And that is it.
Take it.
How do we explain this mystery? A clay pot as small as this to be this heavy.
The power that will kill that young man must be very heavy. And that is what you have with you. Go home with it and make use of it tonight.
So what and what do you want me to do?
All you have to do is to look into that pot and call his name 3 times. Once the power leaves to locate him, he must surely die. It must surely kill that fellow. And the clock of that power will return to this spot.
I will do it tonight. And I will give you feedback tomorrow. Or unfailingly, the day after tomorrow.
And one more thing. Once the power returns and the pot is as heavy as it is, before it departed, it means that the young man did not die. Do not attempt again until you set your eyes on that man, face to face.
I know the weight I felt when you handed me the pot. That fool that has refused to leave when he was advised cannot stand it. Thanks for everything. I had known that I will always count on you.
I dream about one man, and the next thing I meet another and literally fall for him at first sight. What exactly is going on with me? Why one man haunts my dreams, the other haunts my reality? Gods of our land, is something wrong with me? How am I supposed to handle this? I mean, sitting right here, I can't help but desperately yearn to see Echezona again. But then, I'm also curious to find out who the young man who haunts my dream is. What am I supposed to do? I know you believe in the existence of Mama Kechuku, the guardian angel.
Who is the person that can interpret this dream?
Why haven't I been able to get you off my mind? I don't even know you well enough, yet I'm beginning to fall for you. And what kind of a man are you? What man goes straight to the father of a woman he loves to disclose his intentions first before anything? Oh, gods of our land.
want to love. And I want to love with everything in me.
Papa, as you can see, I am already very disturbed.
That's exactly what I want us to discuss. Why are you disturbed? Isn't it obvious to you that you brought this upon yourself?
Papa, be cool. Can we just talk about something else? Can we change this topic?
Listen, Ijoma, I am no longer insisting that you marry him. Nobody is insisting that you marry him. But if there is anything I must reiterate, that young man still loves you.
Papa, I was doing something at the backyard before I came to talk with you. Can I please go back and continue?
What is the meaning of this? What are you doing in my room?
It took you just one appearance to humble my father. Is there anything too difficult for you to understand?
What is the meaning of this? Is the princess out of her mind?
Are you just going to stand there and pretend you don't know why I'm here? Come into the bed. We have a lot to discuss. Your life is in danger.
Are you deliberately doing this?
It took me time to decide on what I've done this night. Please, don't make me regret it. Come to me.
Come with me.
It all ends tonight. Ego dinogu. Ego dinogu. Ego dinogu.
So what exactly are you saying? That I'm not your type? That I'm not woman enough?
Far from it, my princess. In fact, you're the most beautiful woman in Onago Kingdom. It takes a lot of courage and strength to resist you.
Then what exactly is the problem? Why are you rejecting me?
I am not rejecting you. I am simply resisting what you want me to do. Doing this would not be right. Even if you want to do it, not this way. I am your father's right-hand man. What will he think of me when he finds out I defiled his daughter at his back?
You talk as if I'm still a child.
My princess, far from it. I'm just echoing what would be your father's thoughts if we should engage in this immoral act. You are the princess of our Onago Kingdom, and no man should take you for free. My princess, I believe that anything that is worth doing is worth doing well. Besides, I swore to an oath of the caduceus of our ancestors never to betray the king. And sleeping with you is same as betraying the king and is capable of taking my life.
Who is this person in trouble? The wicked will fall into the pit they dug for others. They shall eat their own poisoned food and drink their own poisoned wine. Tears shall replace their laughter. They shall cover their heads in shame for the rest of their lives as all their plans and endeavors will be frustrated. Chukwokike will judge them without mercy. The gods will protect and defend the innocent.
Egodunugu, I am the one who is attracted to you. I want you. You shouldn't be afraid of anything.
My princess, never you undermine the courtesies of the ancestors.
Did you sense anything?
Sense what?
I felt a chill. You need to retire. You need to retire now.
Egodunugu.
I am not in the mood for any argument. Let me take you to your chamber. Now.
Why did this happen?
And one more thing. Once the power returns and the pot is as heavy as it is before it departed, it means that the young man did not die. Do not attempt again until you set your eyes on that man face to face.
As it has pleased the gods to place you under my care, may the gods forbid that I will allow the innocent suffer for what they do not know about.
I am certain you came to confirm if I'm dead.
What exactly do you mean?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. As you can see, I am not dead. I'm still alive. But let me warn you, let me give you an advice. Next time you try such again, you see what will happen.
How dare you?
I
tell you not to tell him! How dare you!
You want to kill him!
Olama, this boy your father employed is an animal!
Uncle, I'm disappointed you came this early just to fight.
Is that all you have to say? You see someone who was on the verge of killing your uncle, and this is what you are saying?
I have lived with Egodunugu for a long time now, and I can tell that he's not quick to anger. You have to leave now before others will come and see this. I'm sure they must have heard your voice. Leave!
May the gods be praised. It's indeed a good day. After every thunderstorm comes the rain. The innocent will always be vindicated. I need you to call one of the guards. I need him to run an errand for me.
Yes, my princess.
Has breakfast been served?
Not yet, my princess.
In that case, I would love to take charge of that. I am in the mood for exceptional cooking.
Your cooking has always been exceptional, my princess.
I'm flattered. Thank you. Can we go to the kitchen now?
Obi, it's not that I'm not happy that you came to see me. But the truth, however, is that I am surprised. And I believe you should know why it is so.
I know. So, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Your grandma, she's not home?
Oh no. She has gone to the women's meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
To what do I owe this visit?
See, Obekunye, I'm here to apologize on behalf of my friend. I know she's not been very nice to you, and I am sorry about that. I know how it feels to love and not be loved in return. That's why I'm here to give you a listening ear and a shoulder to cry in.
Wow. That's very thoughtful of you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But seriously, it's nothing. If she had said yes the first day I met her, or rather the first day I approached her, I would have been disappointed.
But you know she's seen someone else, right?
I know. I know. And I know who this someone else is.
So why do I get the feeling there is much more to what she just said?
Not at all, no. Obi, I'm just a man in love. That's it.
Okay. Obekuni, why Ijima? Why are you so bent on having her?
I love her so much. I love her so much that I cannot love another woman the way I love her. She's my life. I know it's not going to be easy, but I'll be patient.
Okay, but I wish you did come for me instead.
Oh, Gary. Seriously, you amaze me. It's okay. I'm happy you came. Thank you very much. I was about going to check my traps before you came. We have to reschedule for another time.
Okay, if you say so, I'll come back some other time to check up on you.
Oh, it's okay. All right. Thank you. Because you'll be making the greatest mistake of your life. Please, don't marry Amobi.
Are you insane? Is something wrong with you? How dare you walk into my compound and tell me not to marry the man I love? Don't you ever accept defeat? No, listen to me. It is high time you accepted the fact that Amobi has defeated you in this game of love. Get that!
Ijoma, I swear on my life, you do not know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing.
Oh, please! Don't give me that. I know exactly what I am doing. I am getting married to the love of my life.
Unfortunately, Ijoma, you do not know the love of your life. Yes, Amobi is not who you think he is. He's not. He's not.
And what do you mean by that? And who made you a judge over the man I call mine?
See, that's my point. That is my point. You call him your man. He has been taking advantage of that.
Enough. Hold it right there. Obiekune, you dare come into my compound and say jealousy-reading words about my man. Let me warn you. Do not ever come back here again. Now get lost and don't you ever come back here.
Ifediche, you must listen to me. That young man needs you.
Mother, you have said that already. Which young man do you speak of? Make me understand, please.
If you fail to help him, he will not get help from anywhere.
But I need to understand you, Mother. Wait on. Mother, wait. Which young man?
The gods will give you wisdom. And the second cowrie will guide you.
Mother! Mother, listen. Talk to me, please. Is this the same man? So why is my mother now involved? I am bothered the more. Wanyi Miri, I am bothered. For my mother to finally get involved in this means I must do something about it.
But you are doing something, my child. Nobody will hold anything against you.
Wanyi Miri, I submit to your authority.
And I say, you cannot submit to my authority. For you are the daughter of the gods.
I am the daughter of the gods, yes. But I am confused. I am confused, and that is why I am here. Who is this man that the gods want me to save? Why is my mother involved in this? Why do they want me to save him? Still, I do not know where to find him.
I understand your plight, my daughter. It has something to do with the gods. The ideal thing is to leave the gods to conclude what they started. Even I, Wanyi Miri, cannot explain the mind of the gods. We mortals
can never be able to understand the reason why the gods do what they do.
If only I can get answers to why he always haunts my dreams. It will help me a lot.
My daughter, try and recollect all your dreams. Is it totally correct for the daughter of the gods to say that he has been the one haunting her dreams?
I do not know the answer to that question. She appears in my dream. I do not know if she's the one haunting me or if I've been the one haunting her. But the truth is that I need to be guided. And that is why I'm here.
We all need to be guided. We are mortals. We do better when we listen to the gods. They are saying something to you.
The gods are saying something to you. And my advice is, listen carefully and be patient. For the gods will eventually make everything work perfectly well for you.
But how exactly do I get to know when the gods begin to make things work perfectly for me? And how do I understand what they are saying to me? And how do I get to know what exactly they want from me?
We mortals are programmed to work with time, but the gods manifest their agenda in seasons.
I understand what you mean by the gods manifesting in seasons. But I can't help but wonder, who exactly is this man? Is he real? Or just a figure in my dreams?
It boils down to the same thing. When the season comes, the gods will make everything clear.
You will agree with me when I say that this has been a long ministration. But I will end it with one important declaration. She is who she told you she is. Your guardian angel.
What exactly is going on? It feels more like the gods are playing a game with me. How am I supposed to handle all this? If it's not my mother's suitors haunting my dreams, it's Echezonanna haunting my sanity. I cannot explain my attraction to him. Yet, there seems to be something about him.
I was told this is your favorite spot in the kingdom.
Who told you that?
Well, let's just say I have my sources.
Don't tell me you detailed spies to monitor me.
No. Not at all, my princess. It's just that, you see, I have you in mind always.
You've come again. I'm flattered.
Well, the gods bear me witness that I am not just saying these things to flatter you. I mean every word of it. Meanwhile, if I may ask, what has gotten the most beautiful woman in Umedili Kingdom in such a depressed mood?
Don't worry. It's nothing serious.
No. You know I cannot help but worry. But princess, I worry about you a lot.
Honestly, I don't know what to say. I'm alright.
Well, you don't have to say a thing. My princess, I really care about you. Well, let's see if what I brought for you today can cheer you up.
You brought something for me?
Just wait.
Greetings, Father.
Greetings, my dear. I am aware you have not been in this palace this morning. Where have you been?
Nowhere in particular, just visiting friends.
I see. Are they friends that I know?
Yes, Father. My friends, you know.
Ifedisha. Who is he?
He? Who do you speak of, Father?
Ifedisha. I am not just your father. I am the king of this land, and I know you well enough to know that even as we speak, there is a man on your mind. Who is he?
Father,
Have you seen yourself lately? There is this look that can only be seen in a woman when there is a man making her heart throb. Who is the man?
Father, there is no man.
Ifedisha, bring him to me.
What? Father, but I have not been with him long enough.
But you have been with him long enough to always think about him. To the extent you are practically restless without him. I want you to bring him to me.
I think this color will go with this one. What do you think?
No. I think this one.
Okay. I think so too. Oh, Ifedije, what do you think? These two can go well.
Ifedije. What is it?
Again.
Nothing. My father wants to meet him.
Him? Who?
The young man I've been seeing for quite some time now.
You've been seeing a man?
Yes. Remember the young man she told us about? The one she met on her way to your house? The one that mesmerizes her with words.
Oh, yes. Ah! Don't tell me that.
Yes. I'm sorry I've not told you. I've just had a lot on my head lately. I'm sorry.
I understand, my friend. With that kind of a man around you, you should have a lot on your mind.
Yeah, it's true.
But how did the king find out?
He's the king. Have you forgotten? He is gifted in his own way.
Well, I suggest you tell him about it first. You never can tell.
If he asks me, I don't think that discussion will go well.
Ijima, not all men are like your Amobi. Well, princess, I suggest you tell him about it first. You never can tell. He might just agree.
I'm still thinking about it. Please, can we do less of me? We have marriage to plan.
God bless you, my friend. So how do you want to do?
Sincerely, Your Majesty, I am short of words.
Why?
I've been wondering why you asked her to do that.
Why are you confused? Don't you think the time is ripe for us to become serious with this? I am a king. And I am not caught out for child's play. Are you not tired of sneaking around with my daughter? I want to end it all. Listen, you are going to come to the palace as my daughter's suitor. And then we can take it up from there. Or are you confirming to me you are no longer interested in my daughter?
Your Majesty, I must confess, I have come to love your daughter.
Case is closed. See you in the palace.
My son, you're welcome. You seem so surprised to see her. Yes, she came looking for you and I asked her to wait.
Obekune, I hope you're not angry with me. Just being a concerned friend, that's all.
Yes.
Can I talk to you for a minute? No.
My son.
I want to see her for a minute.
Go and speak with him. Come back anytime. I knew you would get over her.
What is it? What is going on?
What?
What is going on with you?
Obiekune, I can't still understand what you're talking about.
Fine, let me use the language you understand. The other day you brought me food. Today you came visiting, even when you heard that I was not at home. You stayed back. What are you trying to achieve? When you know my heart belongs to someone else.
But she's getting married. Soon she will belong to another, and not you. Obiekune, what is it that you see in Ijema that you can't see in me? Am I not a maiden just like her?
Fine, you are a maiden. Yes, you are a maiden, but not for me. Even if I want to move away from Ijema, certainly I cannot consider her best friend as her replacement. I have lived with a woman all my life. I respect women a lot.
But I'm just her friend. I'm not her sister.
So? So you're ready to lose your best friend just because of a man? No, answer me. Say it. I thought so.
See, Obiekune, I'm going back to see Waima like I promised her. I don't know.
Oh. The son of Ogudenihu, the great warrior. Oh. May his soul continue to rest in peace. I am so pleased. So pleased that you have grown into such a promising young man of my kingdom.
All thanks to the gods, Your Majesty.
So, what are your plans towards my beautiful daughter? I am sure you will agree with me that she is indeed the most beautiful young woman we have in this kingdom. Or are you going to disagree with me on that? So what are you going to say?
Well, I totally agree with you on that, Your Majesty. She is indeed the most beautiful woman in this kingdom. And Your Majesty, that's another reason why I'm here. I want to take this relationship of ours to a whole new level. That is with your permission, Your Majesty.
Of course. The son of Ogudenihu, our great warrior. You have my permission, of course.
So, my love, what do you think?
Ifedisha.
Your Majesty, I don't understand. Is there something I did not say correctly?
Here right now, you said everything correctly, but I am not sure what you have been saying before now.
What kind of nightmare is this?
The men of Edungolona were here yesterday to make the offer again. But my brother bluntly refused as usual. So I have a plan. If you are with me on this, if you are prepared to fight for what is rightfully yours, if you are prepared to earn a bright future, then swear to an oath that you all will stick with me in this fight until the end. And that you will not be a betrayer like Egodinogo, the fool.
Is that all?
Yes.
So how exactly do we begin?
Your Highness, please permit me to ask a question. What exactly is this plan of yours?
Chidiadi, why are you such a coward? Why can't you for once in your life be a man?
The next time you interrupt me, you will give a correction.
Enough!
Your Highness, I'm sorry. I'm only seeking clarification.
Please. Like Your Highness said, if anybody wants to back out, he should then do that now. If not, let's go into more important activities.
Exactly.
You want to know my plan? Then swear first.
Okay then. I swear to stick to this group and to fight to the end.
I swear to stick to this group and to fight to the end.
I'm sorry, my people. I cannot do this. I cannot.
You can go. Go, coward. That is what you are.
Let's get down to business.
Your Highness, you are in your compound, and from what you told me, your wife and daughter traveled to your in-laws' village. Who could possibly be eavesdropping?
Have you forgotten I have servants? Come, both of you. Let me tell you my plan.
Where is the king? The king is sleeping. Is there any problem?
Majesty, you sent for me.
Let's sit.
Did you dismiss the guard at the gate as instructed?
Yes, Your Highness, I did.
I do not want anybody to hear what I am about to tell you.
Your Highness, is everything alright?
I had a terrible dream last night. And ever since, I have had this feeling of unease. I feel something is going to go wrong.
Your Highness, please, tell me, what is the dream all about? We can find a solution to any problem.
That won't be necessary, my son. Take this. Take it.
Your Highness, this is authority that makes one a king. Why are you giving it to me, Your Highness?
I sense a terrible conspiracy against me. Give it to me if I wake up in the morning. But if I fail to wake up, hold on to it until the gods select another king. Never allow my brother come anywhere close to it. He is evil, and he does not deserve to be a king. Listen, my son. If I fail to wake up tomorrow morning, there are two things that I value most in my life, and you must protect them. My daughter and this ancient caduceus of the ancestors. It is capable of protecting you when you are in danger. Take them both and flee. The gods will bring you back when it is time to hand over the caduceus.
Where is it? You bastard! You think you're wise? You think you're wise? You think you can manipulate me, even in death? It's just a matter of time, and I will find it.
What? What is going on here?
I heard him scream, and I rushed in. I saw him struggling.
I don't understand you. You don't live close to the king. How did you get into the king's inner chamber?
What do you mean? What exactly are you insinuating? Are you saying I killed my own brother?
I don't... Killed! Hey.
Where is it?
Where is what? And what's going on here?
The courtesies of the ancestors. You are the fool that became his bodyguard. This is the climax. The night of death. Tell me where he kept it, or you are gone with him.
Where are we going to? No, I must get my stuff.
Okompa jukanu no kore. Ifuga. Nja. Obara kuzugo obara. Obara agusugo obara. Nja.
Brave warriors of Okunagu. As we can see, it is obvious that the princess and our lover, Egodinogu, murdered the king and absconded with the caduceus of the ancestors. You must find them, dead or alive. You may leave.
Obara kuzugo obara. Obara agusugo obara. Nja. Enu gavana bio. Wanyi dime chakwala na nuzo. Wata kiri oba wagwa na aso. Oba wagwa ifende mo. Okogwa jukwanu no kore. Ikiori.
You expect me to be calm when my wife brings another man home?
Point of correction. I am not your wife. I never agreed to marry you. So where is this wife thing coming from? Even if I did agree, I am nobody's wife for now. So what is your problem? What is all this?
What did you just say?
You heard me right! I am nobody's wife. I liked you a lot, yes. Said yes to your marriage proposal, no! When you meet a woman in distress and fall for her, the best gift you can ever give to her is time! That was what I expected from you, not that stunt you pulled in front of my father!
But you were the one that took me to your father.
Because he persisted that he wanted to make an acquaintance with you. That wasn't a clue for proposal.
I see. So what are you trying to say then?
Time.
That you will not get married?
Time! Extras on a time is all I need. Give me time! What is all this? Please, I have to go back because I have a guest. And I beg you in the name of the gods, when next you see my guest, be nice to him. Excuse me.
I told you that I have a plan.
A divine plan, indeed.
Who knew that I, Obiefune, will one day sit in the throne room of the king as one of his cabinet members? When I am fully crowned and my cabinet members are complete, Jideofo, you will be my Ono. And you, Obiefune, you will be my special advisor on inter-kingdom affairs. Igwe! There is a brighter future ahead. Now that I am the king, I will facilitate the sale of that useless river. And we will all live our lives in affluence.
And I will complete my father's funeral right. Then marry some beautiful maidens.
Jideofo, I didn't teach you that. You will marry one first. And then when that one gets used to you and starts misbehaving, marry another one and teach her the lesson of her life.
Very good.
Look at him. The soil on your brother's grave is still fresh. You are supposed to be mourning, yet you sit here pretending to be king that you are not. Let me ask you, who made you king? Have you forgotten that a person cannot be king unless he is crowned?
Unless crowned by who? You? Ezalusi, don't provoke me by undermining my authority.
If you say you are king, where is the codices of the ancestors? You sit here with fools, some of whom have not buried their fathers. You call them your unknown and decision makers. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Let me remind you, Ezalusi, the king is dead. The throne cannot remain empty. Nature abhors vacuum.
What do we do now?
Very simple. Find the caduceus.
Yes.
Agụmatabanu na nwanya na-agba abịa. Agụmụdekwanụ na nwanya agbawa abịa. Agụmatabanu na nwanya na-agba abịa. Agụmatabanu na nwanya na-agba abịa. Ana nwanya gbara abịa n'ọbụkwa nnekwu iwe. Ọdụm egwu, ọ dịkwa m wonder. The king is dead. The caduceus is missing. The right-hand man to the king is nowhere to be found. This is not a matter that requires you consulting a man like me.
Wait a minute. Before you meet him. Are you now confirming to me that fool I failed to strangle to death is the one that made away with the caduceus of the ancestors?
If you could find him, then you have found the caduceus. He is with it. And trust me, he knows the value of what he has.
Now he has given me a reason to locate him and set him on fire.
I know that you have a problem.
I know. And you just nailed the problem. I will locate that son of a cow and retrieve the caduceus from him and set him ablaze. Trust me, Ifonye Metalo. I will stand and watch him burn to ashes.
Have you forgotten what the caduceus represents? It is the summation of powers of the ancestors. The caduceus now protects him. You cannot find him to set him on fire.
Do you not listen when I explained to you what Ezalusi said?
I heard everything. You cannot find him no matter how you try. Ego Dinogu will return to this kingdom soon, and very soon. And when he returns, find a way to get the caduceus from him.
If I understand you very well, you want me to sit and do nothing until he returns?
If you believe you know more than me in the act of metaphysical ministrations, do what you like.
Obodanyo, asimo obodanyo, matakiri bera kwa kasi ya bechioni.
I humble myself before the princess of my land, the jewel of the king. You will remain the greatest of all your age mates.
I like the sound of that. But sincerely, I don't want to be the greatest. I just want to be a happy woman.
And that you will get. You make others happy, and happiness will be your portion.
Please sit.
I'm sorry, my princess, but I cannot sit. You're the princess of my land. I cannot sit with you.
Ego Dinogo, this is an order. I want you to sit in the same place you've always sat. I want us to talk.
What do you want us to talk about?
I want to get to know you more. Tell me everything you told my father that made him promote you to the position of his right-hand man. I know that feeling. Feeling of guilt. As if you're the one responsible for it.
How did you know?
I saw grief on your face from the very first day I met you.
She shouldn't have died like that. She cared about me a lot.
You didn't return the affection, and that is why you feel so guilty.
I was her father's right-hand man. Doing that would have spelt doom for me. Her father wouldn't have trusted me with anything.
I've never seen a man so noble.
I have never seen a woman so perfect.
Will I be asking for too much if I ask you to tell me everything about yourself?
I am not going to hide anything from you. I will tell you everything if that will make you happy.
Could it be that Ego Dinogu is the man her mother introduced in the dream? Could it be that Ifediche's dream is coming to pass? How am I supposed to handle this? I cannot let my daughter get married to a man that is not from this kingdom. It is not possible.
Even when the solution to our problem is staring us right in the face, we still worry.
How many times will I warn you to stop sneaking on me? How many times?
But I never did, Father. I walked in right in front of you.
That rubbish you are saying as we are coming in now, has it anything to do with me?
Father, you seem present, but your mind is far away.
I just saw you with the man from Obunago. And now you are telling me that the solution to my problem is staring me in the face. What does that mean?
You do not want me to marry a man from another kingdom. Because you know once I move away, you will surely look like a king without an heir. Right?
Where is this coming from?
Father, does the name Wakego ring a bell?
The only Wakego I used to know was a woman I met long before I married your mother. Are you talking about her?
I know your problem, Father. Find Wakego, and you will find the solution to your problem.
My king, if it is the same Wakego I know you speak of, I heard she died many years ago.
I'm so sad hearing this.
But you see, I know you. There is practically nothing you don't know in this land. Is there a family member of ours that I can possibly locate?
Yes, my king. The mother, she's very much alive.
Good. Is she a place? I want to see that mother of hers, if possible. I want to see her faster than immediately.
I cannot be attracted to two men. That is not possible. What is wrong with me? I have not even known Ego Dinogu for long, and all I can think of is being with him. What is...
Ifediche, my child, you are not attracted to two men. Intrigued by one, yes. Severely attracted to the other, yes. But you have to make up your mind on who to be with.
Oh no. Mother, I thought you came to solve this problem for me. Now you have created a puzzle for me. Who is meant for me? Who?
I have resisted a lot of beautiful maidens in my time. Why can't I just resist her? Why can't I just stop thinking about doing something with her every time I set my eyes on her? Princess Ifediche, just what kind of woman are you?
Her Highness, he's here. Okay, Your Highness.
My princess, you sent for me. Are you alright?
I couldn't sleep last night.
Same here.
Please, make love to me.
You don't have to be embarrassed. The feeling is mutual.
Gods of my forefathers, I can't believe this. I can't believe I just said that to a man I'm not married to.
Then marry me.
What?
I can't believe that I'm saying this to a princess. But then, I mean it. Ifediche, I've never been smitten by a woman in my life. I am from a respectable family in Obunago Kingdom. Trust me, I am going to take good care of you.
Then you must return to your kingdom as soon as possible and deliver the truth. A relationship between Obunago and Umedili will be a good foundation for our union.
My love.
Do not be scared, for I saw you with the courtesies of the ancestors.
Sometimes I wonder how you see things. But then, I remember you, the bearer of the sacred cowrie.
Your king gave you the courtesies because he was moved by the gods. They wanted us to be together. The stray arrow killed the princess of your land to take her out. For us to be together and fulfill the will of the gods in your land. You have to go. You have to go now to your kingdom. The courtesies will protect you.
I am shocked by the revelation you just made.
The gods manifest themselves in seasons.
I know. My priest once said that to me.
Before now, I told you to do something to me. Please do it to me. Please. Please.
Inasmuch as I am uncontrollably attracted to you, I cannot make love to you. You're a woman I've come to respect. With the help of the gods, we will stay chaste until our marriage rite is completed.
You are indeed a noble man. Very different from others.
You are a gift from the gods to me. Mama Nkechukwu, my guiding angel.
Papa, you have started again. You have started again.
Ijema, where is he? Where is he? A man promised to come and see your father. Several market days have passed and he's yet to come. What kind of a man is he? Eh?
Papa, I don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you're doing. Give me some breathing space in this house.
Ijema, have you heard of women who ended up in their father's houses? That will definitely be your fate.
Father, are you placing a curse on me?
Truth, they say he's bitter. He is Yokunedwinu.
It's not what you think. You just have to listen to me. Ijema! What nonsense is this? What is she doing here? Today is another Maiden's Day.
Start explaining immediately. Who is that maiden? And what was the rubbish we're saying about today being for another maiden? Are you this useless? And I gave you my body.
Just count the number of questions you have asked me. How can I answer all? When you know I was yet to reach the climax before I was rudely interrupted.
And what exactly are you saying? That you're not going to answer my questions? Who is that maiden?
Nkoli, my beautiful maiden of Obendida. Calm down. Let's go in and finish what we have started. Immediately after that, I will give you the answers. Nkoli! Nkoli! Nkoli!
Ah, Ijem.
Mba. Not today. Biko. I am not in the mood for your rubbish.
Ijem, why are you like this? You know you're the only woman that has the key to unlock my heart.
Why am I like how? And how has that become your business? Who is the woman that has the key to unlock it? I have warned you. Stay away from me. Leave me alone. I've warned you before to stay away from me.
Ijema, you know I love you so much. Why are you like this? Please talk to me. Ijema, I love you with all my heart. You're the only woman that can slap me and walk away like this. It's okay. I wish you all the best. I love you.
What have I done to you? Tell me, what did I do to you? I told you that I don't want to marry you. Yet you went and met with my father. On what grounds? To achieve what?
Ijema, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean to cause you any trouble. See, I thought I was doing the right thing by going to your father to... I did that because that is the only way I can show you how much I love you. I didn't mean to hurt you, please. I am sorry. Forgive me.
Don't you think it's rather too late? Yes, the harm has been done already. As a matter of fact, you have succeeded in taking away my peace of mind in my own father's house. Now my father thinks that you're the only young man in this village that any woman should get married to.
Ijema, seriously, I do not know what to say.
You don't need to say anything, Obiekunye. You don't need to say anything. Now let me tell you. Go to my father and call off whatever it is you have in my father. Because I will not and I will never marry you. Even if you don't want to do it for anything. Do it for my peace of mind. Give me back my peace in my father's house. I will not come here and warn you again. If you let me come back here, you will not like what I will do to you. I mean it! If you let me come back here again, you will not like what I will do to you.
Because you'll be making the greatest mistake of your life. Please, don't marry Amobi.
Are you insane? Is something wrong with you?
How dare you walk into my compound and tell me not to marry the man I love? Don't you ever accept defeat? No, listen to me. It is high time you accepted the fact that Amobi has defeated you in this game of love. Get that!
Ijema, I swear on my life, you do not know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing.
Oh, please! Don't give me that. I know exactly what I am doing. I am getting married to the love of my life.
Unfortunately, Ijema, you do not know the love of your life. Yes! Amobi is not who you think he is. He's not. He's not.
And what do you mean by that? And who made you a judge over the man I call mine?
See, that's my point. That is my point. You call him your man. He has been taking advantage of that.
Enough. Hold it right there. Obiekune, you dare come into my compound and say jealousy-reading words about my man. Let me warn you. Do not ever come back here again. Now get lost and don't you ever come back here.
You have cried enough. You need some water.
You should have just gone your way. Why did you stop to give me water?
That is what love is all about. Unconditional. Bears no grudges. We all make mistakes in life. And maturity entails that we'll see mistakes as mistakes.
I've been a fool. I've been a fool. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Let the tears drop. I am here to comfort you.
You're a good man. I do not deserve you.
I'm a man who knows what he wants. You are the woman I want. And you will still remain the woman I want.
Sometimes a disappointment is a blessing. But this is something you must know, my dear friend. Everything you need must come to you at the perfect time. All you have to do is just be patient and wait for it. Okay?
There is a saying, give, but don't allow yourself to be used. Love, but don't allow your heart to be abused. Trust, but don't be naive. Listen, but don't lose your voice. I think we've all learned our lessons.
I learnt mine the hard way. But then, there's something I learnt about love. Love is unconditional and it bears no grudges.
Okay, now you're beginning to confuse me.
There's something Obiekunye did that got me so amazed.
What exactly did he do?
I'll tell you. While I was crying after my heartbreaking discovery, Obiekunye came. He didn't just pass by. He came to me, offered me water. Not only water, he offered me his shoulders to cry on. That single act of his melted my heart. And thinking of it, I should have seen a sign on Amobi.
It wasn't your fault. I guess you were carried away by the idea of getting married to your first love.
That young man really loves you.
Now I know.
Speaking about love, I think I found one.
Wait, let me guess. The gentleman with his sweet tongue?
No.
Who then? Tell us.
His name is Ego Dinogo. A gentle young man from Obunago Kingdom.
Obunago?
Yes, Obunago.
So, how about the other man?
What I felt for him was never as strong as this. I was merely intrigued by his looks. Ego Dinogu is something else. A young gentleman that my mother once introduced to me in my dream as my husband.
Yes, you told me something like that. Your mother joined you to a young man in your dream. But then, would you rather say that your love for him stems from the fact that he's been introduced to you in your dream as your husband?
Not at all. This isn't the case, I assure you.
I see.
When you know, you know.
Speaking from experience, I perfectly understand you, my dear. You see, Obiekunye has been nothing but a pillar of strength to me ever since Amobi broke my heart.
Well, I thank the gods for everything that has happened. I believe lunch is served. Let's go and eat.
Oh, royal food.
Hey! Stop there! You're coming with us willingly on your own, or we're taking you back dead. The choice is yours.
I am the bearer of the caduceus of the ancestors. It would be wise of you not to lay your hands on me, because you know the meaning of that. Back off! Back off! Now listen, Akum is not who you think he is. I never killed the king. He did. The princess caught him red-handed, but she's no more now. All this started when the men from Enugu came to request that we should give them the portion of our river for 50 bags of money. But our king refused because he was an honorable man. But Akum needed this money so badly that he murdered the king so he can have his way. Right now, I am going to Ezalusi to deliver this news.
What has come over you, Jidafa? Huh? You ran into a Godinogu, the same fool that ruined everything. And he told you what? Why in this world will you listen to that fool?
You are a fool to ask me that question. In fact, you are a son of a cow to think that you will manipulate everyone.
Hey! What is the meaning of this? What?
Oh, you still have mouth to talk, you greedy bastard. What were you thinking in the first place? That we will never find out about the 20 extra bags of money that you were going to keep for yourself. You are indeed an unworthy son of this land.
Hey,
I came to you because I know you're the only one who can stop him. He has to be stopped before he kills more people to achieve his goal.
You are indeed a noble man of this land. May the gods bless you.
So indeed, this is a conspiracy against me. You evil man, you brought him back to come and destroy me.
You are a fool to think you can manipulate the gods. The gods are wise. Indeed, the gods are wise. Long live your highness.
Salusi.
Recount all that happened. They were not mere coincidences. The gods moved ahead of us to pick a young man of this land and make him king. You are that king. In my capacity as the chief priest of this land, I name you the new king of Abonago.
My daughter Wakego died so many years ago during childbirth. As at the time we discovered she was pregnant, we tried informing the man responsible for her pregnancy, but some members of his family found out and threatened that they will kill the child if we let him know. Knowing that they are the most powerful family in this land, we had no choice but to keep Eze Olanyelu's son away from him.
What?
Yes.
And where is the child now?
I will bring him myself.
I can't believe this. I seriously can't believe this. No, why didn't they inform me when I had become the king of Umedulu Kingdom? Why?
Your Highness, I guess they still have fear for the life of the boy.
So, when am I going to set my eyes on my son?
Your Highness, I trust the woman. She said she will bring the boy by herself.
Why must I be sentenced to that kind of long wait? No, why can't I just go and meet my boy? Why?
Your Highness, patience. Give the woman some time to break the news to the man first.
My son, I am sorry we kept this from you all these years. No harm intended. We had to protect your life.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Igwe.
Please sit down. Please sit down.
Thank you.
Greetings, Your Highness.
You do not have to call me that. I suddenly became royalty. But no, I'm still the Obi Ekunye that have loved you all my life. How are you?
I am fine. The world is indeed a small place.
did you say that?
I had always wondered why they should name you Obiekune. And I know some people who had castigated your family for giving you a name meant for royalty. Little did we know that you are the prince of our land. Indeed, it is a small place.
Yes, it is a small world. But we can make it big. I mean, you and I.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Completely. I propose on my honor. Do I have your permission now?
I do not deserve you.
We equally do not deserve the life Chukwokeke has given to us. Yet, he tolerates us. Ijema, say yes and make me the happiest man in the land. Please.
I'll marry you. And I will love and respect you all the days of my life.
Umedilikin na nkwene. Yay! Anyone na kwene. Yay! Obu na agu kwene. Yay! Ndi ba kwezo no. We are here today for something big. I can actually say something bigger than all of us. It is a process. A complicated process started by the gods. Not just the gods of a kingdom, but gods of 3 different kingdoms. For the singular purpose of healing some old wounds. And then creating an opportunity for men of integrity to rise as leaders of different kingdoms. Ifeanyi, my daughter, please step forward. I never wanted you to marry a man from another land. For in my ignorance, I referred to them as strangers. Finally, the gods have proved me wrong. The gods of this land, even before you were born, retrieved the sacred cowrie from the boss of the gods. They gave it to you. You came into existence with the sacred cowrie, and that is for a purpose. For you to locate a man of the gods who has finally become the king of Obunago people by an act of the gods. Please step forward. We are finally in a new era. And that is the era where the sacred cowrie has been retrieved from you as the messenger of the gods, as the bearer of the sacred cowrie. And the sacred cowrie is back in the boss of the gods. And another phase is where the princess of Umedile Kingdom has finally become the queen of Obunago people. Standing on the authority of the gods, standing on the stone of our fathers, standing on the caducees of your ancestors, I hereby declare both of you man and wife. Never you Kwanu! 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 What's one word? Your union will bring blessings. It will bring blessing not just to our lands, but to all the lands around us. You shall be blessed on Eke Market Day. You shall be blessed on Ore Market Day. You shall be blessed on Afo Market Day. And you shall be blessed on Nkwo Market Day. And so shall it be. You may write.
Obara, Agusugo, Obara. Why you do me chapala na nuzo? What I give you about one also? Oba wife in them more. Okogwa jukanu no ko. Ikiori afongo. Sugoro na mere chorizo. Kaina yoze. Koguro ni faina chobu zigara. Okogwa jukanu no ko. Obara, Obara. Hey, what the? Ah, why you demanding it? One of my money got for you.